A new theory is that Alzheimer's disease should be called diabetes of the brain. A decline in DHA has been observed in Alzheimer's patients in areas of the brain that are associated with cognition and memory, namely in the hippocampus and the frontal cortex. A diet that's rich in omega-3 fatty acids could therefore be beneficial in restoring the cognitive performance and the brain function. Some standard doses of omega-3 fish oil EPA-DHA blend could be 3 to 9 grams per day. A lack of thiamine can cause dementia in Wernicke-Korsakoff patients, so researchers have speculated that thiamine might also help with Alzheimer's disease. Oral thiamine has been shown to improve cognitive function of patients with Alzheimer's. The University of Maryland Medical Center also found that a daily dose of 50 milligrams of vitamin B1 can be helpful for those who are suffering with dementia. Glutathione is the body's master antioxidant. By increasing glutathione levels, it lowers Alzheimer's pathology and it improves cognitive decline. A study confirms that a decrease of antioxidants, particularly reduced glutathione, over time is a major contributor to the progression of mild cognitive impairment into Alzheimer's disease. Sources of glutathione are direct supplementing with reduced glutathione at up to 1 gram per day, taking N-acetylcysteine at 500 milligrams 3 times per day. Ensure that you get your daily requirements of selenium, for example by eating 3 Brazil nuts per day. And the herb milk thistle is also renowned for increasing glutathione levels. Uridine is one of the supplements that has the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier and to improve the transmission of nerve signals between cells. Such features help to improve cognitive functions to enhance memory and learning capacity. Uridine is naturally found in human breast milk, but it's also made synthetically as a supplement. Triacetyluridine is a stronger form of uridine, where lower doses are required. However, uridine monophosphate, although less bioavailable than the triacetyluridine, is much cheaper and it's a well-researched option. Brain neurons form synapses through the lifespan. This process is initiated by neuronal depolarization. However, the number of synapses thus formed depends on brain levels of 3 key nutrients: uridine, the omega-3 fatty acid DHA, and choline. Given together, these nutrients accelerate the formation of synaptic membranes, the major component of the synapses. The uridine dose in clinical trials varied from 1 gram per day in depressed adolescents up to 2 grams per day in healthy adults. This amount can be split into 2 or 3 doses throughout the day. In Alzheimer's disease, choline levels decrease. This affects the brain cell's ability to produce acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that's important for memory. Brain cells may instead break down cell membranes and produce acetylcholine, and taking cytocholine is thought to prevent this breakdown. You could see my other video on different choline sources for nootropics, and my other video on piracetam and Noopept and their effect on memory and brain recovery. Vinpocetine from the periwinkle plant increases circulation in the brain. One double-blind, randomized, crossover trial with only 12 healthy female volunteers reported that a 3-day regime of 40 milligrams of vinpocetine can improve the reaction time in a short-term memory test. Huperzine A is from a Japanese moss. The huperzine A acts as an acetylcholine esterase inhibitor, a type of medication that works by improving the level of the neurotransmitter choline in the brain. Small early studies suggest that the huperzine A can improve memory and protect nerves, and this could slow the cognitive decline that's associated with Alzheimer's. Research shows that taking a combination of vitamin B12, B6 and folic acid over a 2-year period helps to slow the brain volume shrinkage. Patients with dementia and Alzheimer's disease often have lower brain volume than healthy individuals. Trimethylglycine, or betaine, also called betaine anhydrous, is a substance that's made in the body. It's involved in liver function, cellular reproduction, and helping to make carnitine. It also helps to metabolize an amino acid called homocysteine. It's now made by extraction from sugar beet. Methylation is a normal biological process, and this occurs constantly in healthy people. It's an important step in converting homocysteine, the damaging amino acid produced in our metabolism when the protein is broken down, which may damage arterial walls and cause plaque formation, and it increases the risk of heart attacks and strokes and Alzheimer's disease if it persists in high concentrations. This is where supplementing with trimethylglycine can help. For prevention and treatment of Alzheimer's disease, curcumin has shown to effectively maintain the normal structure and the function of the cerebral vessels, the mitochondria and the synapses, to reduce the risk factor from a variety of chronic diseases and decrease the risk of Alzheimer's. Doses can be up to 5 grams per day of curcumin. The absorption can be increased when it's fried in coconut oil or taken with biopterin pepper extract. Coenzyme Q10 supplementation can improve learning and memory deficits that are induced by diabetes in older subjects. In addition, CoQ10 at higher doses can improve cognitive performance in older, healthy subjects. Preclinical studies on Alzheimer's and dementia suggest that coenzyme Q10 supplements could improve memory skills and cognitive abilities. In a trial on CoQ10 for endurance, it was found that a dose of 300 milligrams per day was minimum needed for the benefits to be noticed. A recent study from the Korean Institute of Science and Technology concluded that taurine may be effective in treating Alzheimer's disease. The researchers fed mice who had the disease 30 milligrams of taurine every day for 6 weeks and then evaluated their cognitive function for 3 months. 3 grams per day is the recommended human dose of taurine. While some benefits have been observed in preclinical studies of Alzheimer's disease, L-theanine has not been clinically studied in dementia patients. L-theanine can increase the neurotransmitter GABA and increase alpha-wave brain activity. New studies show that a type of sugar called inositol prevented the accumulation of amyloid beta deposits, which are a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. Inositol treatment also improved cognitive abilities in mice, and it allowed them to live a normal lifespan. Recent findings suggest that magnesium may be effective in ameliorating the symptoms in an Alzheimer's disease like pathological progression by reducing the amyloid beta plaque and thus preventing the synapse loss and the memory decline in transgenic mice. I recommend the form magnesium bisglycinate. Start by taking a small amount 3 times per day and slowly increase until diarrhea or stomach discomfort is noticed. Then reduce the dose until you find the maximum tolerable amount that you can take without any stomach upset. This will help to saturate your body with magnesium, which is necessary for the proper functioning of hundreds of enzymes. As it was proposed, the idea that Alzheimer's disease could be considered diabetes of the brain, you should check out my other video on blood sugar and weight loss. This can give you tips for helping to manage diabetes, such as a ketogenic diet, intermittent fasting, and supplements like alpha-lipoic acid, berberine hydrochloride, cinnamon, chromium, and vanadium. As far back as 2004, a study published in the journal Neurobiology of Aging determined that coconut oil's MCTs improved cognitive function among older people with memory problems and even Alzheimer's disease. They took 20 subjects and randomly fed them coconut oil or placebos on different days. Some of the Alzheimer's group demonstrated improved scoring on a specialized Alzheimer's cognitive rating scale, and all of them demonstrated better paragraph recall shortly after taking each dose of coconut oil. In healthy adults, sage was shown to improve memory in low doses. Higher doses also elevated mood and increased alertness, calmness, and contentedness. In both younger and older adults, sage appears to improve memory and brain function. Therefore, it's logical to think that the administration of sage will improve cognitive function in patients with mild Alzheimer's disease.